Hey guys, this is Hell Hades, free to play, and we're bringing the free to play account back into Faction Wars. So last time I showed you my team clearing Barbarians stage 21, and it was the first Faction War that I've cleared like end to end. Today I'm going to try and clear High Elves. I feel like Barbs and High Elves are the two easiest ones to do, honestly. Get a fair amount of champions through doing stuff in the game. Yeah, so Barbarians, you get High Katoon, you get Scylla the Drakes, and really once you've got those two, the rest of the kind of faction looks after itself. With High Elves, you get yourself Arbiter. Arbiter's massive in terms of getting 3 stars. Yeah, because it just means that she revives the whole team. As long as you play it in the right way, you're going to get yourself 3 stars as long as you can stay alive and kill the content. But I just got Tutora as well. So Tutura's helped me get to stage 20 as another 6-star on the account with a lot of protection. So if we go by faction here, Tutura's bringing my team Veils, bringing my team block debuffs, which is massive in Faction Wars, stopping those debuffs landing on all your team. We got ourselves a free sharpshooter. He's not the best champion in the game, but for Faction Wars, he's given me an AoE drop defense. I'll take it. That's all I want him for. 75% chance to land. I'm not going to use books on him, but it's massive for this faction. So we're going to use ourselves Simple in the mix as well. I got an Apothecary pretty early. Apothecary is just going to heal me up, keep my team moving quick. And then I've actually got Shiramani as well. So I may as well use, although it's 4 legendaries, 2 of them are like level 50. And these 2 honestly could be anyone. Like someone else who does drop defense, Tyrell, anyone really of the faction that's doing that, but Tyrell's the good one. Probably better than Sharpshooter because he's easier to keep alive and easier to book to full. Shiramani's actually in there as a decent healer, so she's got, albeit sort of 5-turn cooldown, which is quite long, but she's got heals here. She's also got a freeze, which is control, and a freeze on her A1, which is control as well. So this should be, fingers crossed, a bit of a cakewalk of a finish for me now because of the kind of initial 3 that I had. So I've got Rimehide is actually built the same way I've got him built for Clan Boss. So good defense, decent speed, decent accuracy. He should land a few freezes for me as well. We've got Apothecary is built in my arena build, same as my Clan Boss build. Good speed, good defense, good HP. Don't care about any other stats. Crit rate's a bonus to have, but I don't really care about that either. I've got Arbiter, who's basically built to be similar to the Apothecary, really quick, good defense, good health, a bit of accuracy to remove buffs if I needed to, and to apply weaken. So pretty solid there. Just in speed gear, random gear. And then I've put Sharpshooter in 4 pieces perception gear. Perception gear is so brilliant for Faction Wars, especially for your level 50s. 2 sets of perception gear will give you more speed and it will give you a ton of accuracy. Sharpshooter's only in there to land decreased defense. That's his job. He does a lot of damage if he's a level 60 and he's got all of his stuff, but I'm not going to take him to 60. He's not going to do the work for me there. So I'm going to leave him at 50 and make sure that he does his primary job, which is land decreased defense. And he's also quick so that he rotates back round to it as often as possible. So you'll see here, he's in HP percent gloves. He's in an attack percent chest. If I had an HP percent chest, he would be in it. In fact, let me see if I've got one that I can just move him into for this video, because that's what he should be in. I know that I've got some. Yeah, so I'm going to steal the Fat Man's for this particular run. I just want him to stay alive. Even then, he's very squishy right now. Arbiter's probably going to have to pick him up a couple of times, honestly. I could roll his Ascension up and get an amulet, which will give me more base defense. You really want defense on your level 50s for your amulets and your rings, because it just gives you a flat amount of survivability. So you see I've got a defense ring here. I could also invest more silver to roll up these pieces, which will give me flat defense here and flat HP here, which would help me. But we'll see if we can get the job done just like this for now. And then my other level 50, which is Shiramani. Have I gone past it? Shiramani, where are you? Shiramani. Similar. So 4 pieces perception gear. Why? Because it's how we stay. It's how we land our stuff. And she has got plenty of that juicy old freeze to land. Yeah. So it's basically the same build. She's actually, or say the same build. She's actually got attack gloves on because I wanted the speed and accuracy together with a bit of health. And not good gloves. I wouldn't roll these to 16 ever. But for Faction Wars, they do a job. Especially on your level 50s. Flat, defense, chest. Shoot me now. But it's got speed and accuracy on it and HP. And on a level 50, flat defense isn't quite so bad. Damn, what have I turned into? And then we've got speed and accuracy across the board, basically finishing off the build. So if I fail, because she's dying a lot, I would switch this one out for more HP. No masteries on those 250s. I've got full masteries on Tutora, Apothecary, and Arbiter. So it should mean that I can get this job done, hopefully pretty comfortably. 3 level 60s should be enough. We've got increased allied defense in Faction Wars from Madame here. What does he do? He's Doom Tower. She's just Arena. He couldn't do anything here. So it's my only aura that I've got. And in terms of other people in the vault, really I don't have a lot. Like this faction has not been, generally wasn't kind to me until I got an absolute kind of god tier set of pools. When you're on stuff like level 20, it starts to get a bit trickier. We start to kind of need to be thinking about what we're doing with our abilities. So I normally auto for like the first set of abilities, get some stuff done, start getting people nearly dead. And then I'm like, right, I probably now should just start to think about saving abilities. You know, I don't need to use your heal. I'm looking to see where control's already landed. And then I'm trying to take people out that are basically not controlled. Leave these ones so I've got an extra turn to get those done. And then we're basically just trying to... I mean, I tell you what, this is simple. I know people really hate him. For a level 50, he's actually pretty good. AoE drop defense for free. We'll take it. A decent chance to freeze on an A1. We'll take it. Like, it's not that bad, guys. Give him a break. Yeah, he's not sexy. He's not like a ninja style quality, but he's not that bad either. You just don't want to throw a load of books into him and put like a load of work into him early on. That's all. But we go back to our abilities now. We're on wave 2. We're going to get drop defense on 3. It's not too bad. Freezes everywhere. We'll let people kind of get some damage away. And we'll end up just doing basically the same thing we just did. We want to make sure that Paragon does not start messing us up. So he's the one I'm just going to focus down. And at this point, we want our abilities back for the boss. So again, we're just kind of like picking targets. I've got a chance to freeze here. I'm not going to go for the one that I could weak hit. So I might as well go for the one where I've actually got a chance to land it. Even though I know I'm going to take a bit of damage here or a bit of annoyance here. You're better off doing that than thinking to yourself, damn, that weak hit's just messed me up. 2 frozen, so we start autoing the only person that can do anything. We're not under any pressure right now. I might as well heal up Shiramani just in case. Hopefully this will be a nuke. He's my nuke in the team. Saving all the big abilities. This dude's back awake again. I've just got to be aware of it. Now he's frozen again, so we're not worried. And you can see it's just like... It's not the quickest to do it this way, but when you're trying to beat stuff for the first time, this tends to be the way I do it. Just make sure. You could press auto 10 times and lose, or you can just manual half the run once and win. That's the way I see it. So we're just getting the work done. Here's our damage. 1 damage person in the team, 3 healers in the team, 1 drop defense. Yeah, you can kind of see the balance of the team here. It's pretty nice, actually. Let's get... yeah, let's go for AoE freeze. Landed it basically everywhere, so I can hit auto at this point. I want them to use all their main abilities now. I kind of want them to just take out... what's her name here? Not Doom Priest. What's her name? Whatever her name is. Blind Seer. She's the one who is going to potentially res the whole team. Next, I want to take out Seeker because he's just annoying. Or... Once I've got a freeze down, I'm like that. Do whatever you like. Like I don't mind anymore. The job is basically done. I do need to keep all people alive to get my 3 stars. So if it looks hairy, then I will take over again. It doesn't look hairy to me right now. Looks like we're actually pretty damn comfortable. I might just target the dude that's not frozen here just to make sure. Now they all are. So we let it go again. And that's stage 20 done. Pretty easily. And I'd say this is probably my best overall team that I've got. And that's why I focused on it, guys. Like I say this in so many videos. Don't focus on factions where you've got crap champions. Focus on the factions and their gear where you've got solid champions. Come back to the crap ones after. Yeah, so High Elf stage 20 done. On to 21. And by good champions, there's plenty of great epics. You do not need a team of legendaries here. Just so happens that that's what's happened with this faction for me. I've got legendaries, but definitely don't need legendaries to beat faction wars at all. So this, we do actually want to take out here. Where's my cursor? Broadmoor on the left, just because he can revive people, or at least keep him controlled. This dude here as well, actually, let me just take it off for a second. This dude, Torture Helm, does have the ability to pop your team. So again, we want to try and keep him frozen. There we go, that's nice. Not too worried about Vrask. Just go back to manualing until we get... In fact, there's still a long way to go on this wave, so we'll just go back to nuking for a sec. Probably getting closer now. Freeze is on there, that's good. It's going to drop in a second. Rast, you've not got enough, my friend. Sorry. Have a rest. Have a rest on me. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Take this fella out. He will pop back up and do some work. So we'll sort of deal with that, but that's okay. Frozen again. So we're just A1 in all the way. A1, A1, A1. Biggest secret to this game. Manual to get your abilities back for the next wave. If you can do it, if you can, take yourself off of that auto button for 1 minute, you'll find you progress so much quicker in Faction Wars and Doom Tower, in fairness. On to wave 2, hit the auto. Drop defenses out. I don't want Man-Eater to have a turn. That's good, he's frozen. We had block debuffs up from our Tutora, so we're not going to get block buffs in its place. I actually want to kind of focus, actually thinking about it, on Man-Eater here. He's frozen again. He's not a problem. So now I switch it to Draco, because Draco has got the potential to do the most annoying damage to me in terms of putting like bad debuffs on me. I'll take it off auto for a second. Let me take control. Make sure that we've got this working well. I'm going to heal myself. Just make sure that Shiramani stays nice and solid. Okay, let's go back on auto again. Freeze there, nice. Can we freeze up old big boy Man-Eater before he goes and puts block debuffs everywhere and unkillable everywhere? Probably not. Shiramani going to do it? No. Freeze it, everyone else. Kill him. There we go. Good. That's my biggest annoyance dealt with. And honestly, this is now a done deal. Without Man-Eater there, I'm not worried at all. There's no way I lose people here now. Got a lot of damage still to come. So back to, you guessed it, A1s. A1 our way through to the boss. Waves dealt with. 3 minutes odd. Not too bad. Just make sure he dies. And, I mean, the boss, all of the bosses are difficult. They're all difficult in their own way. If you've got a reviver in your team, it becomes much easier. So having someone like an Arbiter is super good. And there's pretty much a reviver for every faction now. So you should be able to find one, at least in the epics generally. Here we go then. On to the boss. So what we got here? This is a nasty boss if the ads start hitting you. So he's got attack 2 random enemies, places provokes. If you end up only having a couple of people alive, pretty much can't win. Yeah, you need a team to do this one. Attacks all enemies, puts true fear out there, so we can block that with block debuffs with Tutora. That's the one he's going to use first. And then has a 20% chance of placing a freeze, which can't be resisted. So you're going to get frozen potentially when you put hits on him. What we want to do is make sure these ads don't do a ton of damage to us. And also make sure they're not really in the game. So control the ads where you can. We're going to put block debuffs up on us so that he doesn't land his True Fears. Now I'm just going to focus on that ad that is basically not controlled. Take a swipe, that's fine. He's now got a massive cooldown on his ability, basically the same as Az. She's going to put stuff on him. So these two ads both buff and heal him. We're not even fussed about him right now. We're just concentrating on ads. Once the ads die, we then kill the boss. So as long as we can get the freezers off course, then we're going to switch focus to this one. Provokes here. She's going to be healed up anyway. Another freeze there. So now we switch the focus to the other one. See what I'm doing? If one's controlled, fine, we'll move to the other one. Ads first, then the boss. This one's going down. Bam. Second one next. Boss is got potential still to do some work against us. He's got his ability coming back soon. Just got to be aware of it. I think we should have block debuffs up on near enough everyone when he lands it. In fact, we've run out on 3. That's not great. 4, in fact. So this is not great. True Fear's going everywhere. But I think we're still kind of good. Yeah, we're fine. So now it's just a case of, can my team keep everyone alive whilst they do the boss? But this, for me, I think I could probably just full auto 21 start to finish with this squad. It's a very solid squad. And the core, really, to this squad are 3 champions, which probably most of us have got, which is Sharpshooter in terms of drop defense and some freezing, Tutora for that block debuffs for the boss, and Arbiter for the res if we needed it. Shiramani is a great control champion for the waves, don't get me wrong, but she's definitely not like mainstay requirement for this fight. Damn, this is gonna be good. So 2 factions done, and I'll show you once we beat this boss down how far I am along in terms of the progression towards Lydia. I know Lydia's still a long way off, but all you need to do is, like I'm doing here, just focus on one faction a week where it's like, right, I'm going to focus on my best 5, get a few 50s going, and start to actually gear people out to do their jobs. And even at 4850, as long as you give them the accuracy they need to do their work, you're good. You're good. When you saw the gear on Shiramani, flat attack gloves, flat defense chest, and she still managed to stay alive throughout this whole fight. She's not gone down once yet. It's not quick. I'm going to speed through it because I'm running out of things to say. And then we'll see how we're doing with the Lydia stars. There we go, guys. 2 factions, well and truly dead. Some great champions in the mix of that one. Let's just see where I am. I'm at 472 stars so far. So still plenty of way to go. There's a couple where I've not even really put any effort in at all, but there's definitely a couple more where I feel like I can just smash through and get them done as well. Sacred Order's one of those. Orcs I've got a strong team for. Demon Spawn I've got a really strong team for. So it's kind of coming together. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys that are trying to beat Faction Wars. I've been Hell Hades, free to play. I will see you later.